Undertone claims to be the scariest movie of 2026, but is it really? Or is the gimmick used throughout the movie enough to make you purchase a ticket? Let's talk about it. Let me tell you off the bat, this is one hell of a theater experience. And honestly, you gotta love when a movie tries to be different and it actually succeeds, to some extent. The plot is simple. Undertone is about a paranormal podcast host who becomes haunted by terrifying recordings mysteriously sent her way. The plot might be simple, but the way it's directed and the audio in the background elevates everything by 1000%. It's like putting on noise cancellation headphones, and now you hear demonic sounds, yet you are a believer of only facts and nothing else, and you think the audio itself is fake until shit gets creepy around you. This is Undertone for you. What stood out to me the most was each time Evie, the main character, puts on her headphones, because beforehand you will hear the loud clicking sound from the clock around her in her home, and every single time she puts those headphones on, everything around her, all the sound is blocked away, and all you hear is the audio from the actual computer. The audio here is meant to play tricks with your mind. It has the auditory pareidolia effect, where you hear one thing but your brain thinks it hears another. This effect is heavily used throughout the movie. Like for example, it has some tracks where it's played in reverse, and it does trick your mind to an extent where I saw people in a theater twist their head thinking, am I hearing things correctly? And honestly, I caught myself doing that once or twice. This is when the movie really gets interesting for me. Evie and her co-host Justin were sent a list of 10 tracks by a random stranger, and then they begin playing them one by one. Each track leads to something else, and then the progression from one to the next gets you really hooked and intrigued. Each podcast scene when she has the headphones on and all you hear is the audio is honestly the highlight and my favorite scenes of the whole movie. Right out of the gate, you get a sense that this movie is going to take its time building the suspense and the tension, which trust me, I didn't mind at all. The use of long wide angle shots just adds fire to the flame, and it is another highlight for this movie. Think of Paranormal Activity, but with the modern twist. It's all in a podcast form. I truly loved how it was directed, because each time you use the wide camera angle, your curious mind thinks, what the hell is back over there? What's over there? And it just adds to the overall suspense. One example of this wide angle camera usage is when Evie has her podcast set up on her kitchen table. And on this angle, she is on the right side with her headphones on, already listening to the podcast. And then on the left, all you see is a staircase. The camera stays put, and then from the left you think, is there something there? Because I believe there's something there, and then you squint your eyes thinking, okay, I cannot see anything, but it's staying put, so it's there for a reason. And then all of this combined with the audio track, it just elevates the whole experience for you. It also has some unconventional shots where the camera angle is slightly tilted, and it just adds to the overall creepiness. This movie takes place in only one particular location, and that is Evie's house. And regardless, they managed to find a way to make it feel unique per each angle or each shot. Evie is practically the only character here. There are some other few around, but she's the one that takes up front and center. And the actress that plays her, Nina Kiri, does a phenomenal job. Evie is the type of person that believes only in facts, and this is why she has her podcast with her co-host Justin. They go at it with each other and she tries to debunk everything that they go over. And this is why when shit starts getting creepy around her, she feels so distraught and it actually hits much more. It does have some cliche scenes here and there, and the usual creepiness of it all since it happened once they begin playing those clips. But again, the way it's directed, mixed with the audio, is just so effective. I have to admit though, this movie does take its time. This is the true definition of slow burn. So if you have patience, then this is for you, because trust me, they are building the foundations for what's to come down the line for the viewer. And this movie was marketed as the scariest movie of 2026. And honestly, it's not. It does have some creepy ass moments, and it also has some amazing audio mixing, and even has some effective jump scares. But it's not the scariest movie of this year at all. And I have to point out as well, I bought some popcorn for this movie, the usual, but the score is so minimal that everyone around you can hear you munching. To the extent that people around me, I saw them with snacks and no one was eating much at all. Let's talk about the ending. It is a great movie overall, but the ending honestly left me underwhelmed. I was expecting something more than what we got, but I'll leave it at that. Regardless, I do not recall seeing a movie like this in a theater. The audio here is a true star of the show. The combination of creepy ass scenes, the long wide shot angles, and the actual creepy imagery, it just combines to be an amazing theater experience. So in conclusion, Undertone heavily relies on a theater experience, but fortunately it does have a good story. It builds tension, but it is a slow burn kind of film. It has some really intense moments. The way it is directed just adds to the overall intensity, but the pacing does falter here and there with an underwhelming ending. Well, this all leads me to my rating for this film, and for this one, I give it a 4.2 out of 5. This is definitely the true cinematic experience and theater. Well, thank you for your time today, my cinematic family. You are a true cinephile for sticking until the end. Please hit the subscribe button, maybe the like button if you enjoyed this video. Let me know your thoughts on Undertone if you've seen it or you plan on seeing it. I am Chuy, and this is Chuy Cinematic Talk. Take care, and I'll see you next time.